TV, True FM.
On Lear TV,
into Truth FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Wakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll take your plate.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary of 12. My name is Hansen Delta Present.
welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
And welcome to ROC News Bulletin at 7. My name is Olivia Bowman presenting. This news program is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. Stories topping the headlines: Representative Frank Safoko has threatened to burn down the chamber of the House of Representatives if the interests of the Liberian people are compromised by the legislature. The Secretary General of the Liberian National Bar Association has been elected as Vice President of the West African Bar Association. The National Identification Registry of Liberia is proposing a public-private partnership to expedite the issuance of national identification cards to the Liberian population. In away from Liberia, the BBC says Kenyan police have fired tear gas in the capital Nairobi and the coastal city of Mombasa to disperse anti-government protests. Those were the headlines, not the news in detail. Representative Frank Safoko has threatened to burn down the chamber of the House of Representatives if the interests of the Liberian people are compromised by the legislature. The Montserrat County District non-representative described the 55th legislature as being compromised by the executive branch of government. Representative Foko's statement followed the appearance of Finance Minister Boama Kamara and the Managing Director of the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company before plenary to give reasons for what he calls illegal borrowing on behalf of the government. Speaking Tuesday in an angry tone, Representative Frank Foko threatened to burn session of the House if the legislature fails to prioritize the interests of the Liberian people. According to him, all sectors of the country are challenged, thereby leading to the perpetual suffering of the citizenry, while the lawmakers are discussing issues that tend to benefit their individual interests. The Secretary General of the Liberian National Bar Association has been elected as Vice President of the West African Bar Association. Councillor Bono Vama was elected at the just ended annual General Conference of West African Bar Association in the Benin Republic. In a conversation with ROC News on Tuesday, Councillor Vama said his election has validated the Liberian National Bar Association's unwavering stance on enhancing a pragmatic rule of law regime in West Africa. The annual conference of WABA took place from June 25 to 27 in partnership with the United Nations Office for West Africa and the Sahel, with the objective of adopting the amended constitution of WABA and to elect members of its governing bodies. At the conference, the Malian Bar President Ousmane Traore was elected as president, LNBA National Secretary General Councillor Bono Vaman as vice president, and the Secretary General of the Nigerian Bar Association at the Sina Adequate as Secretary General, among others. In a related development, the president of the Liberian National Bar Association, Councillor Sylvester Renning, has returned to the country from the United States of America after successfully participating in the Justice and the Rule of Law Global Forum. The forum was organized by the World Bank's Governance Global Practice, which brought together over 200 partners, leaders, and practitioners from government and judiciaries, the private sector, civil society, and other international development organizations working in areas of justice and rule of law. At a meeting in Washington, D.C., the NBA's president, Councillor Rennie, assured the World Bank of the bar's continuous collaboration with the bank to enhance global rule of law. The NBA says that the cost for the two trips to Washington, D.C., USAID, and Benin Republic were fully sponsored by the World Bank and the United Nations Office for West Africa and the Sahel. The National Identification Registry of Liberia is proposing a public-private partnership to expedite the issuance of national identification cards to the Liberian population. NIR's Executive Director, Andrew Peters, highlighted that similar initiatives in other African countries have significantly increased the distribution of national identification cards. Speaking to journalists following a 4-day working visit to Ghana's National Identification Registry, Peters emphasized the success of privatizing certain aspects of the identification registry in other nations. According to him, these efforts have enabled a substantial portion of their populations to receive national IDs. Peters stated that he will present the proposal to the board of directors of the National Identification Registry for their consideration. He believes that this initiative will generate considerable monthly revenue for the national budget and align with President Joseph Boaká's vision for the national identification sector in Liberia. A Liberian clergyman, Reverend Monimba Akwe, has called for international investment and actions to improve the Liberian education sector rather than mere talks. Reverend Akwe said, "It is about time Liberians move away from talking education to doing education." According to him, Liberia has over the years trained what he called more talkers and few doers, something he said must change to ensure a better Liberia. The veteran Liberian educator who has over 18 years of experience in the classroom blamed the backwardness of Liberia on the failure of Liberians to utilize what they learn in school. Reverend Moniba Akwe, however, found as some Liberians who he said have acquired some knowledge in their areas of specialties and are unable to become employers. He spoke at the third graduation exercise of the Kingdom Institute Mission School System in Banka City, one county, where he served as the keynote speaker. If you're just joining us, this is a reminder that you are listening to a bulletin of news coming to you from the News and Current Affairs Department here at the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. And this news program is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. Away from Liberia, Kenyan police have fired tear gas in the capital Nairobi and the coastal city of Mombasa to disperse anti-government protests. In both city centers, many businesses have remained closed. Demonstrators have also taken to the streets of other cities, including Kisumu, according to the BBC. Human rights groups say since the protests against a controversial finance bill began 2 weeks ago, 39 people have been killed by security forces. President William Ruto has since dropped the proposed tax increases, but the demonstrations have morphed into calls for him to resign and anchor over police brutality. Cars can be seen burning amid chaotic scenes in Mombasa as protesters clash with police. The clashes in Nairobi have forced magistrates to put off hearings at a court in the city, the Daily Nation newspaper reports. To end this news program, a recap of the top stories. Representative Francis Afoko has threatened to burn down the chamber of the House of Representatives if the interests of the Liberian people are compromised by the legislature. The Secretary General of the Liberian National Bar Association has been elected as Vice President of the West African Bar Association. The National Identification Registry of Liberia is proposing a public-private partnership to expedite the issuance of national identification cards to the Liberian population. And away from Liberia, the BBC says Kenyan police have fired tear gas in the capital, Nairobi, and the coastal city of Mombasa to disperse anti-government protests. That's IOCA News Bulletin at 7. My name is Olivia Bauman. Good evening.
Ria TV, True FM.
Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV.
Into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala if you don't organize yourself in a respectful manner, we'll keep your plate alive.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News summary of 12. My name is Hansen there represent.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life that what you see. I have a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life that what I live. You know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads in this country.
We are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to True FM 96.1.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too!
Without moving an inch.
Here would be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution that is always available to ensure a permanent access to your Orange Money services. Anywhere, anytime, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account from your mobile phone to cash out, to recharge, to transfer, to pay, to buy. To subscribe to this service, go to your bank branch office partner to the Orange Money service. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.